So as you guys know, Ray Rice is suspended indefinitely for um the hit, well, shove if you want to call it, that he gave his girlfriend, now wife, at the casino in early February in the off season. So he got suspended um for the season indefinitely by the Ravens, and his contract got terminated as well. And also, Adrian Peterson from the Minnesota Vikings is also in some trouble because of child abuse allegations. And so supposedly he had to turn himself in this weekend. And boy, it's not looking good in the NFL right now. We went from the Richard Incognito bullying case last season all the way down to this. Um, Adrian Peterson abuse with his son, and then rewriting on the girlfriend. I don't condone, honestly, whether it's domestic violence or not. I don't condone any man putting their hands on the women. Um, that calls for one, you have to learn how to be a man yet. Number two, your ass needs counseling. And number three, you just say, your motherfucking ass, and not gonna do it again. And for some of these women, they so dumb, to marry these, athletes, not even athletes per se, men in general, they, they're so dumb to marry these guys that's hit on them before in their past relationship as being, engaged or not. You know, I don't like that shit. I don't know how these ladies can put up with it, and then they get maybe 3 or 4 years in a relationship, and they see their man hitting them, then they want to file for a separation papers. All that wouldn't be called for if they was just leaving man in the first place. If they put their hands on them, but no, my generation of women, they believe, oh, I need to stick it in it with my man. He gonna change things like that. Some guys are gonna change, and some guys are not. So we'll see what happens with Bert Rice if he's really truly sorry for what he did, and he can go through his counseling and do everything. I don't see him anytime being in the NFL anytime soon, but I think he can sort of maybe you know, get his life on track, or even maybe doing some charity things. But I'm not sure if he can get on the football field right now. In terms of the Adrian Peterson thing, not only did he, abuse his son, but he did, talk to, well, if you want to say Jerry Jones per se, which was kind of wrong because you're supposed to be you're supposed to be with the Minnesota Vikings. You're supposed to be there for my franchise. And if you go behind their back and shit, and you say you want to play for the Cowboys, it doesn't make sense to me. I mean, and then you look at another case with the Redskins, my home team. My boy RG3 got hurt, got cleared off the stretcher. If you guys watched the game yesterday, this nigga clearly had no protection. He clearly, not even this year, even last year, just been getting knocked around. And I said, RG3 is going to be basically, if it continues the way it's going, he's going to be another Jason Campbell, where he's not going to succeed here, but let him go somewhere else to be a backup, and when his number's called on, he's going to have some solid games. And that's how Jason Campbell's career started. When he was here, he was very terrible. That's because he didn't have no protection. But he went in other places and he became a much better quarterback. But it sounded like to me the way Joe Theismann was talking, and other guys around Redskins radio, Doc Rivers, and other folks out there, the Redskins Nation. It sounds like they're trying to trade RG3 coming in the next offseason. We'll see if it happens. I really think RG3, if this continues, basically this nigga, he's gonna be another Dante Culpepper. A solid quarterback, but he's injury prone. And that's my boy. I wish him all the best. I'm gonna tell you, from far as what I've heard today, I heard Deshaun Jackson might be go for next week, and RG3 might be out for a little while. So for all you Redskins fans out there, including myself, please rely on Kirk Cousins for the next couple of weeks because RG3 will not be in the lineup. Again, Deshaun Jackson will be ready next week. As far as Pierre Garçon, he was nowhere to be found. Yesterday in the offense, Santana was nowhere to be found. Santana's been out the last 2-3 years out of the offense, completely out of it. And one bright spot on the special teams and for a special slot receiver and tight end, Niles Paul was a very good bright spot. You look at yesterday's game, and Roy Lou. The final score of the Redskins game, for you guys who didn't see it, was 41-10. Now, as a Redskins fan, I loved the game all over the board. We had at least 10 sacks on Chad Henne. We forced an interception. We had a lot of 3-and-outs with Jacksonville. And not with just Jacksonville, under 500 team. Every team that we play, we have to, keep playing this way. And next week is not going to get any easier. Always our divisional games, whether we play the Giants, the Cowboys, or the Eagles, they're never easy. So we got to do this with the same intensity and expect Deshaun Jackson to get a lot of carries this game because he's going to be hungry to beat the Eagles, especially when they left a bad taste in his mouth when they let him go for no reason, and then supposedly they were saying while he was in Philadelphia that he was part of the gang, which I don't believe it. Because if he was, they would have been brought it up by now this offseason, just like they brought up, the Ray Rice issue. And the Ray Rice issue, I feel so bad for my man because he was supposed to be a Ravens franchise guy. They gave him, I think, a 6-year deal. That video that TMZ had of him at the elevator shoving his girlfriend while she was unconscious after he knocked her out was just fucked his whole career up. So, do I maybe see a Tim Tebow in him becoming an analyst? We'll see. Because right now I don't see any teams picking them up unless it's injuries that come on. During the season, there's a lot of injuries and stuff. But as they were saying by HLN and other news sources that I was listening to, they were saying that Ray Rice is going to go through a year of counseling, and from there, once he does that, we'll see where he goes. This case here reminds me of the Chad Johnson Ocho Cinco case. Luckily, my man Chad got a contract in Canada. But anybody that puts their hands on a woman or throws things at a woman or is physically or verbally abusive to a woman, guys like that need help and they need counseling. Or if you've done any criminal intent, your ass need to be in jail. So any type of abuse and all that stuff to women, I don't condone it. In other news, I thought I would also bring this up to you guys. The Ray Allen situation. Some guys just trespassed in his. I think it was about 5 teenagers. They trespassed in his house while he was in Miami. Unfortunately, he left his door unlocked. Until this situation gets settled, I don't think Ray Allen's going to be in the NBA till probably mid-season. Okay. Now, this other case that we heard about on the Dr. Drew show, where it was reportedly 125 guys beat up on this one guy. I don't know for what reason they was coming out of the store and stuff like that. This thing was game related. I'm not sure exactly what happened. And also, number 4, because I had to give you my 4 or 5 topics during the week. Another case where this mentally challenged guy got slammed to the ground and got beat up by these 2 other gentlemen, I guess, in the school that he went to. I don't care if they're physically or mentally disabled. If that person's not bothering you and you just come up and try to beat up that person or fuck with that person or fuck with that person's mental state, motherfucker, you can kiss my motherfucking ass. I tell you, that wouldn't be me. If somebody would do that to me, I'd tell them, look, don't mess with me. And see, I've gotten so where even when I left school, people have known how I carry myself and all that. I don't let certain people, I don't care if you're able-bodied or not, I don't care if you're older than me, any of those things. I don't let anyone mess with me, especially in the wrong way. You can joke with me, fine, but there's certain things that, I don't joke around with, and I have my limits. So when you fucking me the wrong way, you're gonna get what you're asking for. And when I was in high school, one time I literally able-bodied guy, I spit in his motherfucking face. So if you try to fuck with me, you're gonna get what you're asking for. So for all those disabled folks out there, don't let niggas get y'all down. You have to learn, how to, fight back. Unlike myself, I didn't let any guys mess with me in high school. I was always the one. I wasn't really an instigator. I was always quiet. But if you was to mess with me, I was gonna go off on your ass quick. And I had a temper. A lot of my teachers didn't want to deal with me and shit. But I didn't give a fuck. You know, I got my high school diploma. I did what I had to do, and I bounced. I could care less what my teacher said. Um, you just gotta do what you gotta do. But at the same time, some of your elders can provoke you to act a certain way. But at the same time as well, you gotta respect your elders. People that's not bothering you, those are your elders that you gotta respect. You got certain elders out here that provoke you to say things or do things a certain way that's gonna get you out your character and shit like that. You can't let that get to you. You just gotta do you. Whatever fits you or whatever you used to or things not in a certain order, you have to let, whether folks like it or not, you have to let people know, how you feeling. So, you know, like I said with the Adrian Peterson case, if there's any abuse or anything going on with you kids out there, and trust me, even though I was a celebrity then as well, my time as a little kid, growing up, I was abused, so you know, but kids today, because back then I used to get hit with the belt, I used to get thrown on the floor and things of that nature. Here with this generation, you can't really do it now because they're so eager. These 5, 6, 7, 8 year olds, they're so smart now. They know how to call the police. In my time, the best you can get the police is at school. Nobody knew at home. So, for all you kids that's, you know, getting abused, you have to let, whether sexually, physical, verbal, any of those things, you have to let somebody know. Because if it continues, then you want to suffer. Cause I tell you, I went through it, so it wasn't easy for me. Um, but back to you know, respect. They always say, to respect your elders and things, but when you have certain folks that provoke you to say certain things, those are the ones after you say what you had to say and you being angry, you probably don't have to talk to them no more. You can speak to them and say hello, but that's about it, because they're gonna bother you. But with that being said, folks, in the Adrian Peterson case, um, as he had to get indicted for child abuse this weekend, as more information comes up, I will keep you guys updated. Y'all can always follow me on my DJ page, DJ Mac Daddy on Facebook. Y'all can always like that page or follow me on Twitter at DJ Mac Daddy Show, and I always will try my best in the time that I have a manner to reply back to you guys and shit. So, like I said, I'm a real nigga, yo. If y'all want to mess with me, hit me up on YouTube. I'll try to respond back to your comments, anything. Any of you guys that want to be future rappers or want me to help promote y'all can follow me at DJ Mac Daddy Show on Twitter, or you can go like my DJ Mac Daddy page on Facebook. Any of y'all that got mixtapes that y'all want me to promote or get y'all noticed by, please send them to me, y'all. Or any of y'all that want to connect to me, upcoming rappers that want to connect to me, my email is at djmacdaddyshow92. Yeah, that's a Gmail at djmacdaddyshow92 at gmail.com. Alright, peace out, motherfuckers. I'm out of this bitch. See y'all next week, pushing motherfuckers. I'm out of here. Fuck all the haters, man.